Yep, guys, here we go again. We have got another typhoon coming. 48 hours after Typhoon Hato, we have Typhoon Pekhar arriving this Sunday. Bonsoir, Paris. Yep, they just more or less got this road cleared. Actually, it looks like they haven't swept this side of the path yet. Some of it's cleared. Honestly, this isn't cleared. The other side is clear. This side is still pretty bad. Yeah, Houston's going to get hit. Looks like, I don't know when, today or tomorrow. You have Hurricane Harvey. We have Typhoon Pekhar. Well, it's a tropical storm now, but it'll probably strengthen. Now, Macau got savaged. Macau is a disaster area. They don't have power. The trip was good. You can see the video blog on my YouTube about my trip to the USA. But we've come back in the middle of typhoon season, it seems. And we're getting lots of typhoons here in Hong Kong. Saturday morning in Houston. Be interesting to see how much. 16 dead. Do you ever stay on the mainland? No, I live here in Hong Kong. Well, they cleaned up all this. I just didn't get that last little bit done. The humidity, actually, right now, it's not awful. 75, humidity 80%. Yeah, those are my normal news. Yes, we have another typhoon coming to Hong Kong this weekend, Typhoon Pekhar. Sounds like Pekhar, doesn't it? But it's not like a bald typhoon. It's going to hit sometime Sunday. It's going to have a slightly farther south track than Hato. So, I mean, but not a lot, but like 20 miles further south. Houston's toast, right? I mean, I thought that was like a given that Houston is gone. Hey, Spike. Yeah, I don't think it's a miss, is it? Houston hasn't had one in a while, have they? Yeah, I'm doing all right. Early morning. Everyone's all right. We've had one typhoon on 2 days ago, and we're going to have another typhoon this Sunday. So today is Friday. Tomorrow my son has soccer practice, and then Sunday, kablam. We are walking slightly uphill. That's why you'll hear me get a little exasperated. Yeah, the new lookout is just up ahead. So because of the typhoon damage, a new lookout was created on this path. We're going to be there in just a second. You fall asleep before my walk. I fall asleep all the time. Yeah, another typhoon on Sunday. So obviously the sweeping crew hasn't got down to this part of the path. We still have the damage. Your corn-fed Iowa girls. Oh, yeah. I don't think we'll have noodles today. We had some good noodles yesterday, but I think today, I'm not sure. It might be fish and chips. But I'm kind of thinking it might be a hamburger, too. That expensive hamburger place that I occasionally take you to. I haven't gone there in a while. What do you guys think I should eat? Did my home damage? No home damage. We had McDonald's Gourmet on Monday. That's right. So I'm kind of out from McDonald's Gourmet. I thought about this other hamburger place, a Juicy Burger, but maybe I go somewhere different. Hey, welcome, Kin, to Hong Kong. Japanese sweets. Alaska Mega Machine. Okay. KFC is really gross. Exporting corn here. You know that actually people do like sweet corn here. And the sweet corn we get is mostly from Australia, which means it's not as good as American sweet corn. But I mean, you know, you got to get it right at that. It's probably right about, it's sweet corn time, isn't it? It's the time for the best sweet corn in the Midwest. Yeah, I'm worried about snakes. I don't know what kind of thing is. KFC is good. Oh, okay, yeah, it's good. Oh, this is that tree I had to climb through yesterday. Well, actually, the other one we had was a T10, which was a hurricane strength. I don't know what we're going to get this time.
Oh, thank you.
Sure. Yeah, we have another typhoon this Sunday. Typhoon Pekhar will be hitting us on Sunday. Typhoon Hato hit us the other day, and that just wasn't enough, I guess. We just have to have another. I think he was British, that guy just ran by. So a lot of, this is not the new lookout, but a couple trees went down here and has created a bit of a lookout here. Now there's always been somewhat of a look. I don't know, it's going to be further out, about 20 miles further out. So if they had just taken out that tree, it would have been a better lookout. It's kind of interesting how it just, yeah, that's kind of how it's been. So we had 8 dead in Macau and 4 dead in mainland China last time I checked. Macau took a direct hit. It severed the power lines to Macau, so Macau has been without power for 36 hours. They're not happy in Macau. Actually, they'll be coming through here with big brooms pretty soon. I honestly thought they would be done by today. They're a little behind. I haven't seen any snakes today, knock on wood. Yeah, we were out in the storms. And guess what? This Sunday we'll do it again. Do it again. We're going to go out in the next typhoon. Typhoon Pekhar arrives on Sunday. So we'll go back up to the peak and the beach and the harbor, and we'll do all the live videos again this Sunday for the next typhoon. Since you guys loved them so much the other day, I had over 100,000 views on YouTube, my YouTube videos of the storm. I think the last one was stronger than the next one. The next one will be further out to sea by about 20 miles. But it's all just about which band hits where. It's funny, I was looking at the map and I couldn't quite make it out. I was like, this is the track that we just had. And then someone says, no, there's another one coming in right on top of the track. So I had to like zoom in, and sure enough, there were 2 tracks side by side. So Sunday's typhoon and the next one. My YouTube channel is Penguin6, Penguinsix. And I have videos from the storm and then my video blog that I just put up this morning. We've got to find a solution to keep the lenses dry this time. Some sort of rain shield. This is just a flat path. It's actually, this path is not bad if you're in a wheelchair. It is uphill, of course. but it stops being uphill in just a moment. It becomes downhill, which is a lot more fun. Trust me, you don't have to watch for snakes, Wanda. When you see the camera jump 10 feet vertical, you'll know I found one. So this is the new lookout that was created due to the typhoon. So this wasn't here before the typhoon. It just, do you ever have storms? We just had a typhoon 2 days ago, 48 hours ago. It ripped down all these trees and these pipes. Yeah, there was actually a pipe failure. That's what caused this washout. Oil the lens. Maybe that's what I need to do. I thought about getting like a washer, like a spacer that would sort of put some distance, like, you know, just like not even a centimeter, to sort of stop the raindrops from hitting. Oh, do we ever not have storms? Yeah, storm season only lasts till about October. It's actually very dry in the winter. It doesn't rain in the winter for months on end. Some sort of spray, yeah. I'll have to look into that, because we were just getting, I couldn't, one drop was just constantly getting hit on the lens. So maybe we'll go to the camera store today and look for some little spray. But I think a washer might work too. The path does need to be swept. It's actually, they started at the other end yesterday. Here we go. Oh, it's gorgeous today. Yeah, there's a bit of damage up here. So they took the tree off the Range Rover yesterday. If you look at my YouTube video, you'll see the Range Rover that got a tree on top of it. What's going on now? Just a normal morning out for my hike. Yeah, the storm killed 8 people in Macau. Macau is about 35-45 minutes by ferry from Hong Kong. And 8 people were killed in the storm. Now we have another typhoon arriving this weekend. I've heard of Rain-X for the car. I've never thought of it for cameras. So you guys can see, let me see if I can zoom in. So for Periscope, I'm zooming in right now. See those boats over there? Those are the Macau ferries. Let me see if I can get those onto YouTube. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. Okay, now we're going to zoom in on the YouTube channel. Hang on a second, YouTubers. I'm simulcasting on YouTube, by the way. So you see those red boats sort of in the center of the screen? Those are the Macau ferries, but they're in dock right now. And why are they in dock? Because the Macau is not ready for them. Macau and Zhuhai, the other city over there, the mainland city, have basically closed their ferries to new arrivals. So there's a few going out because there are some people that commute to Macau, but the punters, the gamblers, are kind of hanging back. We might be able to see Shenzhen today. It is kind of clear. Oh, it's a gorgeous day over there. Look at that. 7.3 million people. But we have about 250,000 visitors a day. So we have a typhoon arriving this Sunday. You have yours, what, Friday, Saturday? When does the typhoon hurricane hit? Tomorrow? Almost in stereo. Yeah, if you got the YouTube and the Periscope streams going at the same time, there's a slight delay in one or the other. But if you got it, you want, like, I've got this on YouTube, Penguin 6, and you can compare video quality. So if you got 2 devices, call one up on YouTube, and call the other up on Periscope. Hey, Mary. Oh, we'll be fine. See, we live in these giant bunkers. Better view on YouTube. National Hamburger Day. Okay, Pat. So I've just been informed on YouTube that it's National Hamburger Day. I think this would be pretty cool. Yeah, the beach scope was pretty mental. I think we're going to do it again this weekend. Yeah, I think we'll do it again this weekend. Hello, Venezuela. A little chaos down there from what I've been reading in the papers. Okay, let's go on and let's see how they did as cleaning. We're going to go around the corner and see the view there. Yeah, the beach scope was pretty fun. Well, some people gave me flack for taking my kids to the beach, but I was like, I don't care. My kids wanted to go. They wanted to see the storm. My son's taking... the wife actually was okay with it. I did get stuck on that thing. Which nation? This is Hong Kong. Yeah, the funny thing about the fish happened off camera is after we kept throwing this damn fish back in the water to try to save its life, it finally floated back up in front of these two Chinese guys, and they're just like, dinner! So they grabbed like a rock, they clubbed the fish, and then they slung it over their shoulder and took it off to a restaurant. And we're just like, yeah, okay, and we're the Buddhists. So it was kind of a sad ending for Mr. Fish. He didn't quite survive the day. Now, to be fair, I think he was dead already. So my friend's driver was with it. Yeah, the fish clubbing. Well, at that point, I was sort of stuck on the lifeguard station with no escape. That was kind of dumb. And the fish clubbing was going on behind me. I had fun. My son's actually taking a weather and climate as part of his science class. So, the screen went dark, I don't know why. I was using an iPhone, I think I was using the 7. It's not a dark screen for me, it might be your connection. The iPhone 7 is waterproof-ish. I think they call it water resistant. So like a lot of these ships aren't even going to come out of the Typhoon shelter. I mean, tomorrow we'll have a Typhoon 1, which is basically, the Typhoon is gone, but we're getting another Typhoon. No hearts you can like on YouTube, I think. This path is 3 kilometers about, and it's a circle, which is really nice. So I can walk this basically loop every morning and end up right back where I started and have an amazing view of the city. 3 kilometers, about 2 miles. I walk about 10 miles a day. You know, I've tried the 360 camera up here, and the problem with it is white balance. So you can see, for example, on the left of your screen is the mountain, and it's very dark, and on the right of your screen is the city, and it's very light. And the 360 cameras have to do a white balance between those two, and it kind of sucks. We're here for the Hato. If you look at my YouTube channel, you'll see all of Hato. We didn't get the hard bite like Macau did, but now we've got Pekhar coming. Hato was closer to Hong Kong, so I think that would probably be the worst one. There's some amazing videos from Hong Kong. In fact, if you go to the Reddit group for Hong Kong, there's actually a video of this rather amorous couple deciding to be a bit of an exhibitionist on the top of a building in the middle of the typhoon. Apparently they just said, hey, wouldn't it be really cool to be on top of a building doing it in the middle of a typhoon? And they did, not realizing that, well, basically the top of every building can be seen from the top of every other building. And so the video went out on the Reddit group, and now everyone's sort of like, okay. But there are a lot of funny videos on Reddit. I mean, where like there's a video of a truck flipping over. There's a video of a lot of people being blown around. Some of the gusts hit 100, like over there on Nong Ping, which is over there. It hit about 100 miles an hour. The winds, 170 kilometers an hour. Nong Ping is where the Big Buddha is. So they had some pretty severe winds. The brightness dropping. We're having issues because it's so bright. Sometimes I have to adjust. No, I don't know. I couldn't really make out who it was. Couldn't really make out much of anything except that there were two people naked on top of a building. You couldn't really make out though which one was the boy and which was the girl. It was pretty fuzzy from on the top of another building. Oh, so today, I really don't know. If it is National Hamburger, maybe we'll have a hamburger today. The path looks a little better down here. I should have brought the drone, yeah? God, that was a bad white balance. Oh, periscope. The white balance. Once you start touching the periscope screen, it gets a little bit crazy with white balance. It goes high, it goes low, it goes high, it goes low. Whoa, look at this. Check this out. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. That's pretty amazing. The Big Buddha is on Lantau Island, which is just over where Disney is. Sushi, I think, is a weekend thing with the kids. Well, I survived the typhoon. Yeah, I survived the last one. The next one will be about 20 miles further out to sea. So hopefully we won't get as bad, but you never know. It's all about the bands. Like this one, when Hato was closest to Hong Kong, we were in between bands. So the heavy storms hit us when Hato was farther out, and then when Hato was closer, there was not much there. Just the way the storm spins, we just kind of got lucky. Now this one, it could be 20 miles further out, but if the band is in the right position when it does hit us, well, then it could be worse. It's on Reddit, in the Hong Kong group, it's called Typhoon Love or something like that. Something like that. It was in there last night. I don't think they banned it. It's all over the internet now. Lovers or something. They didn't really sweep much. I think they must have been overwhelmed. The sweeping crew got only so far. That or they just read the forecast, which said there's another typhoon coming this weekend. But I can't imagine that. They sweep every day, so. At the moment, it's not as bad as Hato, but the course could still change. I think it just came off the Philippines or out of the Philippines area. Usually it does weird stuff. Storms over here don't have, in the US, the storms are pretty predictable. They have these big overriding arches, hundreds of miles and whatnot. That's why they're able to pretty well predict, within about 20 miles where it's going to hit. But here, the storms don't really go straight. Sometimes they twist and turn, and they've even turned around and come back on people. So it's really, the storm maps here are really quite strange, given the shape of the continent over here, and the islands and the temperatures. So it can get a little bit weird. Texas Burger, Electric Road. I know, I have been to Electric Road. I have seen Texas Burger. I have not been in Texas Burger. Electric Road is used to be where all the taxi cabs would go, but nowadays Electric Road is very gentrified. I haven't been over there in about 6 months. Didn't find any couples on the rooftop. Oh, bummer. Well, it's out there on the internet. You'll just have to dig a little harder. Oh, so, should we get a hamburger today? Probably. I'm having to wake up. I walked a lot yesterday because we couldn't get a taxi last night. We were trying to come home. There was some sort of gridlock in central Hong Kong. So we had to come home on the escalator, which was rather tiring. We're okay for now, but we got another typhoon in 48 hours. So we'll see how the next one does. I with the family every night and every morning. But at lunchtime, the kids are at school and the wife's at the office, so it's all about me. But yeah, we have a family dinner. We're actually pretty strict on that, and I don't eat breakfast in the morning, but I do go out with the children while they're eating their breakfast and talk about their day and stuff. Oh, you want to play? Little doggy wants to play. Let's go over to the super tree. I wonder how far they got with their cleaning yesterday. Hello, Dayton. Buffalo burgers. We had buffalo sausage, I think it was, when we were in Montana and Wyoming. Big dog coming. There were about 700 trees knocked down, about 120 people went to the hospital. But in Macau, 8 people died. Many windows were blown out in Macau. The city is without electricity, and there's a heavy flooding. People in Macau are very angry. The head of the weather department resigned. Everybody's like, yeah, like you controlled the weather. It is peaceful now. Boy, they really didn't do a very good job finish sweeping. I mean, they must have just only done the other side. Stay in Vegas. I've been in Vegas in a snowstorm, actually. Oh, I gotta go through a tree. Boy, this one is just kind of hanging on by a thread. So this house is the Dragon Lodge, and there used to be a giant fence here, privacy fence, but now that fence is gone. So the fence is gone. You can see the Dragon Lodge. This was a famous old mansion. Hello, UK. And when the Japanese invaded Hong Kong, they took control of it, and they said that they raped and murdered several Catholic nuns on the premises. So now there are a lot of ghost stories about this house. It's condemned, nobody lives there, and apparently it's haunted. They're really big into ghost stories here in Hong Kong. A rich guy used to live there, but now, no. These are apartments. These are not very expensive. They're about $9,000 or $10,000 a month for an apartment up there. And given the size and location, that's not expensive for up here. The average family in my son's international school spends $11,500 a month on rent. 11.5. My son's best friend's family spends $31,000 US. All right, guys, we're in the bamboo forest. The signal is going to get wonky, but stay with the broadcast because when we come out the other side, we'll keep going. So over the next, say, 30 to 60 seconds, you may experience lag or delay, or it may stop, but the signal will start up again. I'm not going to go anywhere. How to pay for that? Easy. Bankers. Bankers make millions of dollars for their companies. Millions of dollars for their companies. So for the banks to turn around and give them, I don't know, $150,000 for rent, it's just a cost of doing business for the bank, yeah? It's no big deal. Up here's the sweeping crew. So they're almost halfway cleared. So they've gotten to this point. There's another storm coming Sunday, though. Yep, that's the cleanup crew, and they're about halfway done. So this is what the path looks like most days. Oh, we dropped a 3G. The highest wind speed in Hong Kong was 100 miles an hour. Where I was, it was more like 70, maybe 100 kilometers an hour. I should really check it out. I don't really know. But down on the harbor front, it was only about 70 kilometers an hour. On the south side it was faster, the peak was higher. Some of that though is just the effects of the mountains. People are generally pretty nice here. Will it be a T10 again? I don't think so. Yeah, without clouds, the view is amazing up here. Okay, I think we've gotten out of the bad. Now, unfortunately, the periscope has dropped to 3G, but the other signal, the YouTube, is still at 4G. When Harvey makes landfall, yeah. That was about the top we had. Hong Kong is a bunch of mountains. The result is that the winds get all twisted around. The central area is on the leeward side of Hong Kong, so it doesn't really get the heavy winds. The south side's on the windward side. It gets clobbered. Ooh. It's really clean over on this side, isn't it? Stupid 3G. Alright, you know what? I'm going to probably kill the periscope feed because it sucks so badly. The 3G signal on this provider. Maybe it'll come back. Still got the YouTube going at 4G. Oh, it's okay. Maybe it's getting better. I have to find a way to easily hold two phones. It's pretty tired to hold two phones with one hand. Whoops, sorry about that. I think that's why I have the phones are kind of... Well, that didn't work. So putting the phones in front of each other will result in one of the phones getting black. Okay, we're a little bit better. Finally back. It was a long, arduous stretch. I think I was following those people yesterday. Yeah, selfie sticks though can't really hold two. This is my morning walk. We walk this every day. It's part of our exercise routine.
Come on, Jack. Good. Run.
Everybody thinks I'm a stalker. Problem with a chest holder is you can't see the comments. I'd love to find a way to just stream from the GoPro right to a Periscope producer or YouTube live stream. I've never seen a periscope from Google glasses. I wonder if they can do that. Sometimes when I feel really adventurous, I do this loop twice. Not today. I think I walked enough yesterday. What should we do today? I'm gonna go through my list of crap to do. I need to shave today. That's high on my list. I haven't shaved in about a week. I hate shaving. But today, I think it's a must. Yeah, the sweepers got this side pretty clean, didn't they? Whew. It's the pretty part of the hike. Can you look up? Sure, Mark. It's a little hard to hold the phones in a tilted up. It's generally tilted down, which is why I don't really get to show you much of the sky. Simply because it's hard to hold them. Oh, stupid bug. It's interesting though, I'm holding the two phones together, YouTube and Periscope, and I can see the image stabilization in Periscope compared to the YouTube. I mean, the YouTube is literally bouncing all over the screen with every step, and the Periscope is very clear. I don't know if that's because Periscope is on the iPhone 7. Maybe I should switch that up. Should do YouTube on the iPhone 7 because it has the stabilization, and then rely on Periscope's software stabilization. So that's Llama Island off in the distance there. They got hit pretty hard. Actually, there's some cranes over there, some big construction, some cranes for the shippers, and one of those got knocked down in the storm. Let's go and see this. I don't sound upset. I'm not upset. I'm just tired. I walked a lot yesterday. I mean a lot, like almost 30,000 steps yesterday. I'm usually chipper. Today I'm just tired. Yeah, we're back. Yeah, back-to-back typhoons. Yeah, it was a lot of steps yesterday. And a lot of it was uphill because we couldn't get a taxi home last night. Hey, thanks for the super heart. Hey, puppy. Okay, let's go back to the peak. Yeah, it's just part of our normal hike. Itch. So yeah, yesterday there was some sort of accident in the Central District that basically shut down the Central District. No cars could go anywhere. And as a result, I was with my kids, and I'm like, guys, we gotta walk home. So we took the escalator up, past the fish and chip place, and then we got a cab for the last little bit, simply because it was late, but kind of a zoo. Yeah, it's hot today. Hiking and scoping can be tiresome. So we've got another typhoon due in 48 hours this Sunday. Today's Friday. So this Sunday we've got Typhoon Pekhar. It's going to come next to Hong Kong and give us another dose. So if you guys are bored Saturday night, be sure to tune into my YouTube, Penguin6, or my Periscope, and we'll be broadcasting on both platforms some of the chaos. Yeah, the last storm was fun. I don't think this one will be worse. I think this will be easier. Fingers crossed. Ooh. Back to the peak. So let's go show you guys the view. And we're gonna head home. Ooh, cool breeze. So there you see is the morning meeting of the security staff. They do a Japanese style where all the employees meet together. I don't know the strength of this upcoming storm. It's going to be about 20 miles further out to sea, I think. So the last one had a very large eye. So the winds, it wasn't spinning around as fast as, say, a small one. Still did a lot of damage. Okay, let's go to this viewpoint. This is where I was for the Hato when the winds were whipping and basically almost blew me off the platform. Those were pretty impressive. Remember that? I had to hang, I was clinging to this red post, like wrap my arms around it to try to not get blown away. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Those videos are on YouTube. Hato from the peak. you can see me screaming. It was kind of cool. Screaming in delight. It was pretty fun. So we're back at the peak lookout. Yeah, it was just whipping up this mountain. I should have brought the drone. I didn't actually lose my hat, but I had tightened my hat earlier, and I had tied my hood down around my head so the hat couldn't blow off. That said, I think in the next one I'm going to tie a shoestring to my hat and then around, sort of like a leash. It's going to keep my hat in check. Here comes the tram. Hello, Mr. Tram. Hello. Yeah, we're going to scope Pekhar when it arrives Sunday. That's about 48 hours from now. Today's Friday here in Hong Kong. So we will be scoping the next typhoon that arrives in Hong Kong this Sunday. So if you're bored Saturday night in America, something to do. Hey, New York, welcome to Hong Kong, which is kind of like New York, just more intense. So guys, I'm going to have to sign off. The wife is texting me. She wants me to call her. I will be back later today. The whole city of Valley, no, this is just the whole central business district. Across the other side is Kowloon, and then over farther distance on the other side of the mountains in the New Territories. We have more skyscrapers than New York, by most measurements. I think we have more skyscrapers than anywhere in the world. So, all right, guys, feel free to follow me. Hey, Indiana, I used to live in South Bend. Feel free to follow me. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe. You'll get notifications when I go live. I will be live this weekend when Typhoon Pekhar hits us in Hong Kong. Thanks for watching today. We'll come back a little later in a few hours, maybe go out and get a hamburger today. All right, thanks for watching.